Hi, this is Mr. Payton. Welcome to the Science of Everything, episode 19. In this episode, I want to dig into competition. I'm a very competitive person. As I've gotten older, I realized that there's certain things I shouldn't participate in because I know how hard and how intense I'm going to be at it, and it might take away from other people enjoying it. So, I'm able to play like maybe Connect Four or Scrabble with a group of kids, or maybe even possibly toss a football around outside or just shoot around. But the moment someone says, let's play a game, or as the kids like to say, 1v1 me, that's even funny just to hear the fact that someone says 1v1. I think it's a Fortnite thing or whatever. But whenever a kid says that, I usually say, nah, I'm good. Because, I'm going to take that seriously, man. I don't want to lose. It's not because it's a kid. It's just I don't want to lose at all. When an adult says that to me now, I'm like, it just depends on how much I feel like stretching and all that kind of stuff. But I'd like to talk about competition from the standpoint of improvement. Each day when I get up, I accept the responsibility of being a leader. I accept the responsibility of taking care of others. So each day I'm trying to do that a little bit better. Fortunately, when I was in college, I met someone who really gave me a good perspective on how I should go about trying to be successful. And he simply said for me, your goal is to get one. And I thought, what do you mean one? What does that mean? As a leader, he said, if you can get one person to understand your message, if you can get one person to volunteer for the task, if you can get one light bulb to come on when you're, leading a conversation or a discussion, then you've been successful. That's really served me well. Generally speaking, in the classroom or on the field of play, I've been able to get many of those ones to happen. The light bulb coming on, someone gets it, making a connection, being there for someone. And I'm so glad I heard that message early on. I still carry that through to this day. It's really easy to think about all of the things that went wrong in my lessons, all of the things that went wrong in my practices, all the things that I could have said better when I'm having discussions with people or trying to help. But I really do try to focus on the kid who smiled for the first time, who doesn't always smile, or the young person that finally figured out how to solve their problem. And it doesn't have to be because of me, but just being present for it, to see it happen, to be in the situation with those people, to see them experience success has been my greatest joy as an educator, counselor, leader, and every other title that I have. But I'm very competitive about it. Nothing against any other teacher who may ever see this, any other coach. I have every intention of being the best teacher on every campus I go to. I have every intention of being the best coach on whatever field of play I'm in. And that's not because I don't like the other person or I'm trying to beat or destroy the other person, just because if I'm going to do it, it has to be done at a high level. I'm a fan of sports. I'm not a rabid fan. I don't jump up and down and yell at the TV. Every now and then I'll make a comment to the TV when I'm watching basketball because they just don't run plays. And that's just a pet peeve of mine as someone who played for a long time. But most of the time I'm a pretty mild-mannered fan. And some people, you're not a true fan then if you don't yell and jump up and down. No, I just, I'm watching it. Now, you put me on the field. It's one of the reasons why I don't say yes to the family softball game or for the school teachers versus students soccer or basketball game, because the moment I get out there, when I was young, I talked a lot of trash. I backed it up. I was one of those in-your-face, physical kind of people. You can't do that with little kids or high school kids. It doesn't matter. You can't do that when you're doing the faculty versus kids game. You're not supposed to do that. But that's the only way I know how to compete, man, is to, I'm going to compete with you mentally, physically. Everything I can use is at my disposal. And so I I'm just real, really competitive when it comes to that. But most of the time, I'm competing with myself. I'm competing to be a better version than I was the day before. I wish more people would look at competition that way. Of course, there's another team on the other side that you're going against, and yeah, you want to beat them. But if you could get the mindset of, I'm competing against myself, if I can get the best out of every skill I'm supposed to perform, every assignment that I have, then more than likely the win is going to take care of itself. Imagine now the entire team is thinking that way. If every single person on the team is thinking, I've got to be better than I was yesterday, or better at this skill than I've ever done it before, I'm going to seek to be as efficient and proficient as I possibly can, then the wins will take care of themselves. And that's how I've always approached competition. It's just trying to be, optimized at what I'm doing. Skills are crisp, I'm in shape, I'm emotionally and psychologically locked into the task, and usually the wins come. I've had some losing seasons. Anybody who played with me in high school knows we lost a lot, but I never stopped competing, not ever. I never went into a game thinking that we couldn't win every time. So competition is a big deal for me, and I just hope that that I always come across as someone who is being a healthy, classy competitor. I don't ever, now at this stage, and I'm not going to trash talk too many people. Now, I've had my moments with some coaches or whatever who were not on the up and up, and I had to say or do some things to kind of get their attention. But for the most part, I don't argue with referees. I don't do a whole lot of hoot and holler, because even when we do win, it's more about watching the young people be excited about the result. And when we lose, it's more about trying to console them and let them know that there was some value in the competition. So, again, as my athletes and other students and parents and whoever else may watch this, I hope that the takeaway is that competition starts within yourself, and that, in my opinion, will get you the result you're looking for, whether it's the win or accomplishing a goal of getting a scholarship or being recognized as one of the better players in whatever field of endeavor you choose. So I hope this was of value to you. Thank you for watching.